The moment the judge slammed the gavel in that crowded Texas courtroom, my husband realized the house, the company, and every dollar he stole from me now legally belonged to me. And the woman he cheated with was standing right behind him when it happened. My name is Emily Carter, and 3 years ago I thought I had the perfect life in Austin, Texas. I was 32, running a small online design business from home, and married to a man I believed was my best friend, Daniel. We met in college. Back then he was charming, ambitious, and the kind of man who could make an entire room laugh with a single sentence. When we got married, we promised each other something simple. No secrets. No lies. No betrayal. For 7 years, I believed we were building something real. We bought a modern 2-story house in a quiet Austin suburb. White walls, tall windows, a small backyard with a wooden deck where we drank coffee every morning. I handled the finances. Daniel handled the big dreams. He wanted to start a logistics company. He said if we invested everything we had, we could turn it into something huge. And I believed him. I invested my savings. My parents even gave us part of their retirement money to help us start. I trusted him completely. Looking back now, that was the moment my life started quietly falling apart. But I didn't know it yet. The first crack appeared one Thursday night. Daniel came home late. Not just late, strangely late. He walked in after midnight smelling like expensive perfume that definitely wasn't mine. When I asked him about it, he laughed. "Business dinner," he said. And I wanted to believe that. But something inside me felt wrong. Over the next few months, things kept getting worse. Daniel stopped telling me about the company finances. He started locking his phone. He began taking sudden business trips to Dallas and Houston. And then one day, the bank called me. Our joint savings account was almost empty. I stared at the numbers on the screen like they were written in another language. $210,000. Gone. When Daniel came home, I asked him directly. His face turned cold in a way I had never seen before. "It's an investment," he said. "In what?" I asked. He shrugged. "Things you wouldn't understand." That night I cried alone in the guest bedroom for the first time in my marriage. But the worst moment came 2 weeks later. I walked into a restaurant in downtown Austin to meet a client. And there he was, Daniel, sitting across from a woman, laughing, holding her hand. My husband looked happier with her than he had looked with me in years. When he saw me standing there, his face went pale. The woman turned around slowly and smiled. That smile told me everything. That night I almost packed my bags and left. I sat in my car outside our house for nearly an hour, crying so hard I could barely breathe. 7 years. 7 years of loyalty. And he threw it away like I was nothing. But then something changed. Instead of leaving, I started watching, listening, learning. Daniel thought I was broken. He thought I was too emotional to notice what he was doing. That was his biggest mistake. Over the next month, I quietly gathered everything. Bank statements, business documents, property records, email backups. And what I discovered made my stomach drop. Daniel wasn't just cheating. He was stealing. The company we built together, he secretly transferred ownership into a new LLC, under his name and his girlfriend's name. Even worse, he planned to sell the company and leave the country with her. And I was supposed to be left with nothing. No house, no savings, no business, just betrayal. But Daniel forgot something important. I controlled the financial accounts. And my cousin, he was a corporate attorney in Dallas. The moment he saw the documents, he looked at me and said something I'll never forget. "Emily, your husband just committed financial fraud." That was the moment my revenge began. 2 weeks later, Daniel invited me to a company celebration dinner. Apparently, the business had just secured a massive investor deal. He looked confident, relaxed, like he had already won. The dinner was held at a high-end hotel ballroom in Austin. Investors, employees, lawyers, nearly 50 people. And right beside Daniel, his girlfriend, wearing a red dress like she belonged there. Halfway through the night, Daniel stood on stage to make a speech. This company represents hard work and sacrifice, he said proudly. That's when the ballroom doors opened. 3 people walked inside. My lawyer, a court officer, and a private investigator. The entire room went silent. My lawyer handed Daniel a thick stack of documents. Mr. Carter, he said calmly, you are being served for financial fraud, asset concealment, and marital property theft. The look on Daniel's face. I'll never forget it. But the best part came next. Because according to Texas law, every dollar he moved, every asset he hid, and even the company he tried to steal, was legally considered marital property, which meant the judge could award it to me. And 2 months later, that's exactly what happened. The courtroom was packed the day of the final hearing. Daniel sat there looking exhausted. His girlfriend wasn't smiling anymore. The judge reviewed everything. The transfers, the fraud, the deception. And then came the ruling. Daniel lost the company. He lost the house. He even had to repay the stolen money. But the most satisfying moment? When the judge said this. Mrs. Carter has demonstrated clear financial responsibility and transparency. The court awards full operational control of the company to her. Daniel looked at me like he didn't recognize me anymore. And honestly, that was the best feeling of all. Because the woman he betrayed, the woman he underestimated, was now the owner of the company he tried to steal. 6 months later, I sold the business for $3.4 million. I moved into a quiet home outside Austin. Smaller, peaceful, free. Sometimes people ask me if revenge made me happy. The truth? It didn't make me happy, but it gave me something far more valuable. Justice. And the knowledge that betrayal doesn't always win. Sometimes, the person you try to destroy ends up taking everything you tried to steal and walking away stronger than ever.
If this story moved you, shocked you, or reminded you that truth always finds its way to the surface, please take a moment to support our channel. Like this video, share it with someone who loves powerful real-life stories, and subscribe to Revenge Uncut. Every single subscription helps us grow and brings us one step closer to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Your support truly means the world to us. And don't forget to leave a comment below. We read every single one, and your thoughts, opinions, and reactions inspire the stories we continue to tell.